Hello, my name is Jessica. This is my sixth oral presentation of my English class, and today I will tell you about the grammatic topic tag questions. And this time I will tell about criminal vocabulary. I will conclude the video giving you some examples of grammatic topic. Tag questions or questions tags, however you know, turn a statement into a question. So they are often used for checking information that we think we know is true. So tag questions are made using an auxiliary verb, for example, be or have, and a subject pronoun, for example, I, you, she, it. And negative questions tags are usually contract. So, for example, it's warm today. The contract tag question is isn't it? So the large answer is not, it's not, but the correct is it's warm today, isn't it? Usually, if the main clause is positive, the question tag is negative, and if the main clause is negative, the question tag is positive. For example, it's cold, positive, isn't it, negative, and it isn't cold, negative, is it, positive. So if the main clause has an auxiliary verb in it, you use the same verb in the tag questions. If there is no auxiliary verb in the present simple or past simple, you use do, does, or did. Just like when you make a normal question. There is one weird exception. The question tag after I am is aren't I. Example for this exception is I am in charge of the food. Aren't I? This is the correct tag question that you use. Aren't I? Now let's start with vocabulary. So listen, pay attention, and learn. I will tell you the definition of what each vocabulary words mean so that you can identify what I'm talking about. Start. Policemen who investigate crimes are known as detectives. People who see something that has happened and then tell others about it are called witnesses. A person who is injured or killed by someone in a crime is known as a victim. Now, the person who plans and kills another person is called murderer. The crime of killing a person illegally and deliberately is to say in action is now a murder. So the person is murderer with ER at the end, and the action is murder. The facts that tell you who commit a crime are known as evidence. And people considered guilty of a crime are known as suspect. It is not murdered, but is the person that you suppose is the murderer. The action of finding the correct answer to why something is true is to solve. And the action of using facts and evidence to show that something is true is to prove. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, to conclude, I will tell you some examples of positive sentences with negative tags and of negative sentences with positive tags. So let's get started. The tense in this example is present simple, so my auxiliary verb is to be. So if I say my sister-in-law is Italian, the correct tag questions response will be is she not. So you use the contracted. So my complete example will be my sister-in-law is Italian. Isn't she? That is the correct tag question with when you use the contract. And now in an example that I will tell you, my auxiliary verb is can. So later I use the same verb but in negative. So my sentence will be real like this: he can't help. Can't he? Can't he? It's now in negative. Positive, first positive, can, and then negative, can't. And an example of a negative sentence but with a positive tag question may be they didn't go out last Sunday. Did they? So in this example, the tense is in simple past. So my auxiliary verb in the past tense is did, and my subject pronoun is they. So I gonna give you the tip. So the key to doing this is identify three things. First, the tense time. Second, identify the auxiliary verb. And third, identify the subject pronoun. So if you have these three things, you can respond correct the subject, the tag question. So well, it is all been for today video. So see you in the next one.